Welcome back to All the Stars Sailing Adventures. Join us this week as we explore the upper reaches of Pancake Creek and encounter an unexpected thump in the night. Fish out here on Pancake Creek, and as happened yesterday, we saw lots of turtles.
So many turtles.
So what happens when the turtle comes to the surface, Rach?
They're just like cruising along.
You get a real shock.
So funny.
Rach is just standing on a bit of limestone there, which is remnant from coral reef.
Staying at Pancake Creek for a full week was a really nice way to chill out and explore the whole area.
We're doing a bit of a knife sharpening today. Some of these knives are not the greatest quality, and some are really good quality. And we're also sharpening some knives for a friend of ours from the boat Deja Vu. We've got a bit of honing fluid here with a diamond stone. That's specifically for working with diamond stones. The biggest challenge is to keep the angle the same as what's been machined into the knife originally. If there's any burrs in the knife blade, then we have to grind all of that back to a nice and even edge. It's got a lot of pitting along the top because it was left to corrode. I didn't realise this knife was in the bilge and it's corroded a bit, so I've got to grind all that way back. And here's all our sharpened knives. I noticed a real difference in quality of the steel, obviously. A better quality blade. They take an edge, keep an edge longer. But yeah, so went through the grades. I did use the diamond stone quite a lot because a lot of the blades needed a lot of work, and I just honed them up on the ceramic whetstone.
We took the opportunity to collect plenty of water as the rain set in, as our plan was to head to Keppel Island for a week when we left Pancake. In the middle of the night, our plans changed.
So a bit of a crazy morning, or night I should say. We just gone to bed, we had a large motor vessel anchored up the channel from us over the last couple of days, and they appeared a little bit closer before we went to bed, and anyway, I sort of had a look and thought, no, there's not much closer than what it was, and it wasn't drifting, obviously. But yeah, we went to bed, and then we just got struck. They drifted into us. Their anchor let go, and yeah, we copped a whack right on the. First of all, it hit us on the shrouds, and that put a big shock through the rig, and we jumped out of bed and got on deck and realised we had 36 tonne of a trawler powerboat sitting on top of us, and he was pushing into us even more. We had to try and fend him off manually, which he did a really good job of, Rach. But he did do quite a bit of damage on his way around the boat. His anchor chain was wrapped around our anchor chain and it went under our keel. Brand new radar, I replaced that in Bermagui only 3-4 months ago, so that's completely wiped out. He was driving forward and aft of us, and the anchor was obviously hung up on our chain. And tonight, as we speak, it's 2 a.m. or something. The tide's roaring out at the moment, and they're tied up alongside us. So our little anchor, which is probably rated to about 15 tonne, is holding 42 tonne of vessel into about 4 knots of, probably 3.5 knots of outgoing tide.
Oh gosh.
How'd you sleep?
I reckon I got maybe half an hour.
Yeah. After having the anchor chain wrapped around our keel through half the night, I was pretty keen to get in the water the next day and have a look. After diving on the boat, it was clear we needed to lift the boat out of the water and do some repairs. Here we are in our wet weather gear. Freezing. Rachel's taken up knitting.
I knitted myself a thing.
You did? Let me see that thing. Underway now, only a motor coming into Gladstone, and as I do often while we run the motor, I just open the inspection hatch and have a good look around to see if there's anything that has gone amiss, leaks, anything obvious. Sea strainer, look for any obstruction in the sea strainer. So I'll just show you the motor bay. So in the Gladstone Marina, and this morning we're putting the boat up on the hard stand. So we're just about to take a walk across to the big slipway on the other side of this bay and get shown where to go and how to get onto the cradle, onto the lift. They have a large sling lift which can lift us out on pretty much any tide. All the other local yards, smaller yards that would have allowed us to stay on board while we did the work, unable to get us out because we're a deep fin kilo 2.1. So here we go. We're just about to untie. We went over and had a look at the yard, didn't we, and checked out where the sling is. where we get to some fairly minor chain scraping. It hasn't gone through to any gel coat, it's just gone through the anti-foul. And further down here is where we had a little bit of chain damage along this edge, so what we're going to do is clean this up and sand that back, fill those little divots here and just get the fiberglass back to faired and sealed, and then we can basically give this whole hull another 2 coats of anti-foul while we're at it.
So we've been leaving the dinghy at the marina at night because it's secure, we can lock it up, and it takes about half an hour, 20 minutes off the walk to get over there to where the boat is. So that's a plus.
How do you feel up on the hard stand?
On an angle? I feel like I'm leaning.
Yeah, we're on a bit of a downward incline, not quite level. That helps the boat drain. So here I am in the back, rear berth, and I carry a lot of spares. The boat came with a lot of this stuff. I've just added a little bit to it. So I've got a full fiberglass repair kit. I've got some anti-foul primer. I've got some more top coat coming. Just mixed up that epoxy resin with some Q-cell thickener, and that makes it more of a paste so it'll hold its shape. How's it going here?
Good. There's little bits flaking off still, but just kind of cover it a bit thicker.
Day after we've applied this anti-foul, I'm just removing the tape before it has time to set too hard. You can see a nice clean line there that's coming off. It's not tearing off at all, it's leaving a nice sharp line. So Rach has done a really good job of her taping, and the tape is nice and soft sealed.
Since we had to stay in town, we took the opportunity to wander through the streets and eat delicious takeaway.
The stainless steel work was straightened today. We can't say enough good things about the people at Gladstone and how helpful everyone's been. Mal from the steelworks came and picked up our damaged strut today, took it back to his workshop, straightened it up for us, did a really good job. And brought it back to the boat. Yeah, look, awesome people, and the boatyard people here, Nina, who lifted us out on the crane, she was amazing, and Ash, who's been coordinating our boatyard position, has been great. And radar's due to arrive Monday now. It wasn't going to arrive on Friday, but it's not happening. So that's cool. We'll be in the marina by then, and we'll have the new radar dome fitted. I've also been meaning to replace our cockpit VHF. That's getting close to being buggered because the helical cord is quite damaged, or just worn out. So we can't replace just the cord, we've got to replace the radio. So I found a good VHF radio set, compact set over at the marine place. Modern Marine Electronics they're called. They've been fantastic in helping us source a new radar and everything else. So closer inspection of the radar, you can see there's the wire has been broken there. This is all bent up. The circuit board there is cracked. Even the spindle on the electric motor's bent. There's all these mounts have been cracked. This is cracked, that's cracked. Unfortunately, she's not recoverable. We couldn't say enough good things about everyone here. And look, the boat's back to 100% by Monday, so we're really grateful, and also grateful to even the couple that hit us in the channel at Pancake Creek. They have been very obliging and very straight up to deal with. Departure time, finally. 10 days of being in harbour getting repairs done.